Hi everyone, this is Accounting Nightmare, and we're back to Devil May Cry 1 HD. Dante must mode its ranks. So last time we were out in the forest and a ghost ship and stuff, and now we're back to the castle. I like this segment of the game a lot, especially because it has Nightmare in it, and I love fighting Nightmare. And speaking of which, we're going to fight Nightmare this mission. This mission, I didn't expect to have trouble with this one, but I actually had to retry it a bunch of times. I screwed up a bunch of times versus Nightmare 1, which is kind of funny. I didn't really find Nightmare that hard of a boss, because I knew what to do against it. But I had some mishaps. That's always fun. Anyway. This first room, we have a death scythe. You can fight it if you want. I don't want to. I did stop to fight it a couple times, but I don't think you need the red orbs really, so I just kind of moved on. Devil triggering to run up these stairs is very good because these stairs take forever, and you can't stinger up them because they're a curved pathway. Let's skip that cutscene. And on we go. These have some red orbs in them. And our first fight here, our first required fight, is going to be the plasma. It's just a single plasma, not scary at all. We use Ifrit for it, and that's a nice little shortcut to just do a dive kick on top of that. And dive kick back. There we go. That's a good clean way to do that movement, I think. Otherwise you have to fall down and then go around, and it's dead already. Plasmas do not like Ifrit. They don't like Ifrit at all. Sometimes I swap to Alastor just to do some stingers to move faster there, but I swap back anyway because more plasmas. I fight these plasmas because they give lots of red orbs. Plasmas give red orbs like no tomorrow. It took that plasma a while to split actually. I was very surprised by how this one acted. There we go, that's what we want. Split into 3, Inferno, give me the red orbs. This hallway, it's a hallway. I don't know if you only ever fight fetishes here, maybe sometimes you fight shadows, but this can be a terrifying hallway. So we have the timer, that's the devil trigger timer, it means we have to kill a certain number of fetishes. But I never really know how many. Sometimes the timer just will not go away. I'm just killing tons of fetishes. Yeah, sometimes I just get locked in this hallway with a bunch of devil triggered fetishes because I haven't met the requirements that the game wants me to meet. So I don't fully understand how this works when there's fetishes. The timer's still going. I'm gonna go. I'm moving up here so I can try and get ready to go out the door when it's time. And now I'm just like, screw it, I just want to finish this. I'm just using devil triggered grenades. Get the red orbs and we'll get out of here. So you can break these for some red orbs. And I've found out if you jump around up here, you'll get some red orbs. I'm not sure the exact spot you have to jump. I swear it exists. I'm not making this up. There we go. And I pay for it with getting hit by a fetish. Ow. Fetishes, God, they're really dangerous. They're really scary, actually. So we go into the nightmare fight with less than half our health. That's okay. It should be, anyway. Alright, so I'll start off with one of the switches lit. So we can go straight into fighting the core. Dive kick. And I want to actually break this top core here in this fight, so I'll do some kick 13s against it. And get eaten! It only ever lasts like one ice beam, that first switch to start off the fight. Then it becomes it goes its blob form, and it eats us like right away, which is useful because we want to go in here. Sargassos. The Sargassos are pretty annoying since you have to get close to them to activate them. And this one's really annoying. Sometimes it just freaking zooms around like this, like it's a freaking fly or something. And then we fought the mini-boss, which is Phantom this time. What's he doing? He's going for a journey. There we go. And we just treat him like we do Phantom. He has way less health than the real Phantom. He's kind of like a Cyclops actually, isn't he? And he's dead. Use your trigger, because they give you a full trigger after you kill the mini-boss. Now, out we go. We break out of Nightmare, we give it a ton of damage. Boom, that's a lot of damage, especially for Dante Must Die mode. Also, more importantly, the switches will now last longer, so we can keep Nightmare in its solid, vulnerable form for longer. Which is what we want. Kick 13, then Inferno. I'm just really trying to break this core. Alright, so here comes the stabbing. Do a jump to parry it. Rolling Blaze is very nice to do that. I have trouble breaking this core, so I'm not really going for it. I'm just going for punches. Now we really want to get near the front, so it does the Ice Beam again. There we go, Ice Beam. Trying to jump up on top of it. If you don't jump close enough to it or at the right angle, then there we go. We turn the core green. There we go. If you don't jump at the right angle, then your dive kick will go at a weird angle and you might land in front of it, right in the Ice Beam, and that hurts. That's something you need to practice. That's what killed me in my previous attempts. I still get that right. Oh, jeez, he's really trying to eat me there. But you can't get eaten the second time, so that would just do damage. It would probably hurt a lot, actually. So if we want, we can keep him in solid form while we shoot him with grenades. Keep him in blob form while we shoot him with grenades. Just to get some Devil Trigger, but I didn't really need that. Just wanted to turn him solid again. Sometimes those little slugs can be a real hassle, as you just saw. Ice Beam. So this is green now, it means the Ice Beam is going to last longer, which means we get to attack this thing for longer. And the core is going to stay green for the later fights. Oh my god! It doesn't even have a pixel of health. Look at that. I got shot a lot there. Finding Nightmare no damage I find really tough, just because those things shoot me a lot. There you go, that's Nightmare 1. I really love the Nightmare fight. It's so mechanical. Now, getting over here, this is tricky. Did I do it right? Looks like I did, actually. I always forget how you do that. Because the pathway is different when you return to the castle. It's different going there and back as well. Right, that ends mission 16. I was surprised I had to try that mission a couple times. But we got it. It was nowhere near as tough as the next mission. The next mission with Nello and Jello 3. Whew. I had to retry that kind of a lot of times. And of course, if you're going for an S rank, you can't just die to the boss, use a yellow orb and try it over and over. You have to start the whole mission over every time you die to the boss. But you're not going to get the S rank. So this mission took me a lot of attempts. And I got better at Nello and Jello 3, I guess. But yeah, there's a decent amount of stuff you have to do before you even fight the boss as well. You've got the dragon to reflect its fireballs, and you've got that hallway. And you've got the frost fight as well. The hallway. Oh my god. We'll get to the hallway. Not sure why I'm sitting at this screen for so long. There we go. Off we go. So sometimes I go and fight these fetishes in here. Oh yeah, I do. Cool. Get some red orbs from them. And more importantly, get some Devil Trigger. So there's 2 fetishes. If you can line them up so the first one dies as you reach the second, that's really cool. Because you can just, you can keep your style ranking going. Sometimes though that fetish just blocks my attempts to juggle it, and then I'll lose all my style ranking. Because I have to run away from its flamethrower. So fetishes can be pretty annoying. And there, that's a cool little time-saving trick. You can switch to Ifrit as you're stepping onto the cutscene trigger. Cool little speedrun thing. And whoops, I kind of forgot to jump there. So Frosts, we use Ifrit. Grenade gun's also nice. Kick 13, oh, that's so good against him. And the other one's jumping it. Yeah, gotta get away from that. That's gonna hurt. Frosts are pretty easy to kill. Doing the no damage is the actual tough part, I think. Like, as long as you're using Ifrit, of course. They're pretty easy to kill with Ifrit, as long as you've got, like, Kick 13 or Inferno. Right, so this hallway is a massive pain. You can either get nobodies or you can get finishes. You want nobodies here, trust me. They are so easy to kill. They just grenade gun, if Inferno, I mean they're dead. Easy. And they give you tons of red orbs as well. There's a couple more that spawn in, you can just kill them the same way. Or you can just run past them. I wanted to kill them for orbs. They give so many orbs. I was waiting for the other one to show up so I could Inferno both of them, I think. Yep. The other one moved too far away. What a pain. There we go. They're dead. So this hallway, it's one of those devil trigger timed hallways where you have a timer going. With the nobodies, 2 of them start out, you kill them both at the same time with an Inferno, the timer stops. Easy peasy. Kill 2 more if you want. And then the hallway is empty. If there's fetishes in there, ugh. You can get stuck there for ages, just killing fetishes as they respawn. Sometimes the timer just does not want to go away and you're just stuck fighting fetishes forever. And they all devil trigger, and it's a nightmare. It really is. So you want nobodies in that hallway, trust me. You do not want fetishes on Dante Must Die. So this dragon, I tried a whole bunch of different moves to try reflecting its shots, but High Time is the only one I know of that reflects it. Inferno Punches doesn't work, Stinger doesn't work, Million Stab combo does not work. High Time's the only one I know of. Maybe there's other moves, but High Time's the only one I know of. So that's what I use. Sorry, my throat's getting a bit sore here. So yeah, every time I died in Aloe Angelo 3, I had to redo all of this. As you can tell, that would get pretty old pretty quick. But I made it through eventually. Whoops, messed up that jump. And there we go, we're skipping the platforms because we can. We don't need the platforms. Stinger off that ledge, you get that lovely little jump there. So there's going to be enemies in here when you come back. You don't have to fight them. I tend to just skip them because I tend to have enough red orbs by the time I've fought the first hallway. And they chase you. They chase you. So I went into the menu to swap to Ifrit. Because otherwise they were going to hit me as I was swapping. This once again, Ifrit and Ebony and Ivory. Do an Aloe Angelo fight. That's just how I fight him. You don't have to do it that way. It's up to you. Love to do that meteor at the start of the fight because he's wide open for it. And you have enough time to do it. Spectral swords are a real problem in this fight. It's pretty random how much he decides to do them. I found something about him though, is he tends to do it more if you attack him from behind. So I really recommend attacking him from the front whenever possible. Sometimes when he blocks and I go behind him to attack, he will almost always teleport away and do the spectral swords. Which, whoa, that was kind of a lot of damage. He's so dangerous in this fight, he does so much damage. He's got so much range. And some of his attacks come out so quickly. Wow, I'm surprised I'm not dead actually. Lovely camera angle there. Camera angles can be pretty annoying in this fight. So this is my favourite thing to do, follow up on that attack and do that specific combo. Get a bunch of damage. Devil Trigger. Fully charged punch. Another hit, and then kick 13. Whoa! I did not expect him to do another attack after that. Alright, yeah, I backed off from attacking him like that, because he was probably going to do a Spectral Swords on me. Sometimes he will do it anyway. You can't keep him from doing it 100%. There are easier ways of dodging Spectral Swords. Most of them anyway, that I didn't know during this fight. I later did I was challenged by someone on YouTube to do a Sparta only fight with him, or a Sparta fight, using the Sparta sword. And, well, I learnt some things during that fight. I'll put that on YouTube later. The angle when he's charging up those shots. Sometimes I think he's not going to hit me because I'm too far, like, behind him, but sometimes he can curve that shot around to hit you, so always be careful when he's using that. And I kind of don't really go for taunts anymore because he's really good at punishing that now. You can go for a taunt and then just die if he pulls out a very quick stinger or something like that. Also, I'm not using Inferno against him all that much because I want to conserve some trigger for cancelling his Spectral Swords whenever it does happen. Oh god, that was incredibly dangerous. Yeah, I got pretty rattled by what just happened, so I kind of backed off. Cancel that attack. There we go. Good, good. Sometimes he won't get to cancel off because he'll summon swords in such a way that they'll block your meteor. That just happens sometimes. Oh, that was very close. Alright, that's a good attack opportunity. Something I've found also is if you shoot him with Ebony and Ivory a lot, and he'll block it, and then he tends to go into shooting the fireball attack. That's cool when that happens. Alright, so this is too late for me to cancel, so I'm not going for a cancel at the moment. There we go, I went for it after I'd finished dodging one of the attacks. If you try and go for a cancel when you won't be able to get it, then you'll just waste some trigger. And you might not be able to cancel it later. So there we go. Netherangelo 3. Took me way too many attempts. But we got him in the end. That's still a very fun fight. I actually had more trouble with that mission than I did mission 22. Which is very weird, I know. I just got really lucky with mission 22 during this particular playthrough. But, you know, we'll get to that when we get there. Mission 18. This is a real breath of fresh air after mission 17. I just got through it first try. This is the rematch with Nightmare. Nightmare 2. And a little bit more underwater stuff, because why not? Who doesn't like water stuff? Fair bit of red orbs to collect here as well. Also a yellow orb if you want it, but yeah, off to the left, but I skipped it. Because I don't need yellow orbs anymore. Let's fight with the Sin Scissor. Something cool I found out is if you don't start swimming forwards right away, that third Sin Scissor does not become active yet. And you can deal with these two instead. So I'm trying to stick to this section of the room so I don't have 3 Sin Scissors on me. So one of them's dead. I want to get those red orbs before they expire. They will expire very quickly. Yeek! That was close. Alright, and then, yeah, the other one is still just hanging out over there. It's devil triggered, but it's just kind of hanging out. Now it's active. This one didn't really want to die, did it? There we go. It finally died. Sometimes they just get knocked back into the wall while you're trying to kill them, and that's pretty annoying. Because then you won't shoot them. That's most of the mission done already. This is one of those short missions. There's not much to do here apart from fight the boss. There's not even any enemies in here anymore because we've got this weird water section where we swim up. We have to get to the very top, so that's what I try to go for. But I went to the wrong spot, so I'm not near it. I need to do some jumping. Okay, I was very near the top, actually. That was pretty good. Now we want to jump off the edge and hopefully not go all the way down the bottom. And I went all the way down the bottom! Because of course I did. So I need to reactivate the switch. That's annoying when that happens. But one nice thing is that you can actually, once I find where the door is, you can go through the door while underwater. There we go. So we want to go to this room off to the side here because there's some red orbs in here. There's a pretty big red orb here, actually. Right there. Delicious. And now we go fight Nightmare 2. And I think I forgot, yeah, I forgot to activate the switch before I started the fight. Not a big deal, just a little minor thing. Hello, Nightmare. So now I have to go activate the switch, which is always a little annoying when these little slugs are bothering you. Alright, I thought I might have missed that dive kick, but I didn't, thankfully. That would have been very painful. So we've turned the core green, we don't want to take it any further, we just want to maximise damage. So just devil triggered charged hits, and now I'm trying to get eaten. There we go, it took a few moments to try and eat me there. Go back into the nightmare realm, or whatever they call this area. Reading some of the lore entries, some of the enemy file entries, it said this place is where you fight your trauma, and your trauma takes form, and you have to fight that. So, you know, these are representative of some of Dante's trauma. And here we fight Griffin for the second nightmare fight. Griffin, yeah, I think he's the toughest of the 3 mini bosses you get in here. But that's just because I'm bad at fighting Griffin, I think. Inferno. So he acts like he does in the Griffin 3 fight. Doesn't fly around, thankfully. Oh, okay, that was staggered in an unpleasant way. Inferno. This feels like it takes a while to kill him here. And I nearly died to him, as you can see. That's how much of a hassle he is. Aha. And thankfully, this version of Griffin does not do the lightning storm when he dies. So you can just get in his face and punch him to death and not worry about dying. And he gave me like no health. Oh my god. I was hoping for some health from that. I think I got a tiny bit. That's not good. Oh well. Back to fighting Nightmare. So he starts over from the ice beam. As long as you're standing in front of him, of course. Fully charged punches and kicks, just the default Ifrit combo. You get lots of style ranking for that too. Alright, now he's going to do the stab. And you can parry that with rolling blades. There we go. And I can't see Dante at all here, but you know, I'm just trusting him to do his thing. Got to get near the front again, so he does the ice beam. We don't want him to do the other attack. That's a bad camera angle change. I'm glad I didn't die to that. And there we go. That's Nightmare 2. He gave me a tiny bit of health. Oh, well, it didn't matter because this is the end of the mission. And that's mission 18. Pretty quick mission, really. Got an underwater section to do. And then you do a little bit of running around and then you fight Nightmare. So not too bad at all. So the next mission, mission 19, is... this one's a pretty quick and easy mission, I think. There's only actually one fight you have to do here. And that's with the nobodies in the mirror world. We'll get to that. So we're done with those portraits. We head backwards. You can farm some red orbs here if you want. Looks like I did. I'm surprised I did, actually. This fight went pretty well, actually. Sometimes the fetishes just do not want to cooperate. They just block your attacks and then flamethrower. Which is pretty annoying. But no, they went pretty well. I always forget what holds red orbs in this area. Looks like nothing. It's not very pleasant. Right, now we go through the other painting. Kind of a lot of paintings to go through in this castle visit. And now we go through a mirror. I couldn't remember if there were red orbs on the bed or anything, but there weren't. I think there were during the first castle visit, and I probably forgot about that. Alright though. Ifrit and grenade gun. Then we fight 3 nobodies. There's a cutscene part where you're in this fight after you damage them enough. Do an inferno and that immediately triggers the cutscene. And I think I'm trying to get a little bit more style here for some of the red orbs, and I just go for the inferno. And they're dead. Easy. Easy peasy. Just gotta wait for them to die, which takes forever. God, look at all the red orbs they give. Awesome. Delicious. Alright, and the rest of the mission is just running around. There's a few yellow orbs to get here if you want them, but I didn't. I'm just out of here. Back through the mirror into the normal world. And for this annoying bridge section, I can never remember how to cross this bridge going back this way. I think that was right, but Dante went off to this really crazy angle there. I think I've done that before and had it succeed. So I had to fight the Sargassos. So I could have actually air raided over that, but I kind of wanted to learn how to get it right, and well, apparently I still don't know. And then when you go back up through the teleporter, you're on the other side of the bridge. So just a little bit of a time waste. Now we go into the evil puddle that Nightmare came out of. And time to go to the underworld. Whee! So I think I looked up the requirements for this mission, and I was 5 seconds off of getting a S-rank special bonus. So that's unfortunate. So if I hadn't fallen down off the bridge, if I just air raided across, I would have got an S-rank special bonus. Oh well. Sometimes that happens. So I drink some water because I recorded all 3 of these videos back to back, and so my voice is getting a bit messed up. Mission 20, Nightmare 3. Love Nightmare 3. Very cool boss. But we've got some frosts to start off with. Is it 2 frosts or 1? I forget. I think it's 2. Sometimes there's only 1 frost in certain areas. Oh, yep, there's another one here. Okay, mission 23, I think there's just 1 frost. Usually they're in pairs though. And straight into the nightmare fight. So we just fight him the same as always. We get a little bit of double trigger. Go for this switch. Yeah. Bloody slugs. Stand near the front to trigger the ice beam. Alright. Fully charged punches and kicks while devil triggered. Tons of damage. Very little risk, because you're probably not going to break his core by doing that. You do not want to break the core and turn it red, because that's when it gains a massive defense buff. So to avoid that, you just use fully charged punches and kicks. I don't know the exact mechanics of it, but I do know just use fully charged punches and kicks to keep yourself safe from that. As safe as possible, anyway. So going into Nightmare for the last time, this is the one where we have to fight Netherwind's Yellow. He's like his first or second fight. He's not like the third fight, thankfully, or this would be a scary place. Oh my god, this Sargasso is so annoying. He just kind of drops down from the sky, unlike the other 2 bosses. So he does not have much health. We do a ton of damage to him. And I didn't bother swapping to Ebony and Ivory here, just because I was lazy. I probably should have, though. Easier to, it's safer. Inferno. I might as well burn a bunch of Devil Trigger against him, because, again, when you kill these mini-bosses, they give you full Devil Trigger, so... just burn your trigger. Boom! That hurt. Get some Devil Trigger from the grenade. And I'm probably going to go for Inferno here, knowing me. I didn't! Oh, where's the Inferno? Ah. What are you doing past me? Alright, here comes the Devil Trigger refill. Very nice. Off we go to fight Nightmare 3. So, this arena is kind of annoying to fight Nightmare in, actually. It's probably the worst of the arenas, because it's so small, and the camera angles are really not the best. It's still a fun fight, though. Right, Ice Beam to start off with, because he resets his pattern when you go inside. Oh, well. That kick missed, but thankfully it didn't miss in a way that got me killed. Alright, we've already got him pretty low, look at that. And okay, next comes the stab. Use a jump to parry that, because we're using Ifrit, and our jump is Rolling Blaze. Very nice attack. Alright, need to get near the front right away, so he does the Ice Beam. Alright, there we go, we did it. And soon it's going to trigger that cutscene. There it is. That's so annoying when that triggers, because Nightmare resets back to blob form. We have to go activate the switches again. It happens when he's so low health too. He's about to die. If you kind of get too close to his blob form in this particular fight, he does this new attack. Do not go under him, whatever you do when he's doing that. Just stay near the edges. Otherwise he'll try and... He'll make a cage around you, and then he'll try and drop down on you. It does a ton of damage. It's crazy. Don't go near him when he's doing that. And this should activate final phase. Yeah, there we go. There's the last core. I'll use the handguns for this phase, and I'll use Alistor. I use the handguns because I try to keep on the move during this phase, because it's just constantly trying to hit me with those lasers coming out of the core. And I keep going for the vortex on the core, but I have to time it right, otherwise I accidentally vortex into something. I haven't quite figured out the timing for that, apparently. And Dante keeps targeting the slug instead of the core. Don't shoot the slug, Dante, that's useless. Yeah, so I just shoot it with Ebony and Ivory to build up some Devil Trigger, and then when it looks like it's safe, I do a vortex at the core. Do lots of damage. Oh, nice. It's nice when you get stuck on the core a little bit doing the vortex. Oh my god, I got hit by a ton of stuff there. He's getting hit by everything now. And Dante tries to shoot the switch. That's totally useless, Dante. Come on. And nearly got it down. Yeah, this final phase, I guess I'm not very good at it. We don't see it very often, to be fair. But I can get through it. That's good enough, I suppose. There you go, that's Nightmare 3. Probably... yeah, I think it is my favourite boss fight in the game. I just love fighting Nightmare. It's most bosses in Devil May Cry, you react to them, you wait for them to do something, you counterattack. Nightmare reacts to you. You stand in this spot, Nightmare does this attack. It's like you're controlling the fight instead of them. It's very cool. Anyway, Mission 21. We're in the creepy living cave. The grossest mission in the game, definitely. Not very tough though. We just kind of run around and do things. And then we finish the mission. So we head straight over here, activate the switch. If you're quick, you can get a stinger off of that ledge. Yeah, I was not quick enough. And then you can travel across the room while this cutscene's happening. Cool if you can get that. Anyway, head backwards. Because we activated this door. One of the creepiest looking doors I've seen. Might as well pick up that item. Alright, now we travel through the tunnels. Where we fight a bunch of nobodies in here. Oh, and these things, I don't know what these things are. They don't have an enemy file or whatever, they're just an environmental hazard, I suppose. But I use rolling blades to get through them. It's not 100% effective though. Sometimes they'll latch onto me and drain some health. Devil trigger grenades. And I think I missed that Inferno, but oh no, I guess I didn't. It's dead already. Just kind of waiting for it to die here. You kind of do a lot of that in this mission. Waiting for nobodies to die. There's another one. Devil trigger grenade and Inferno, and that actually is all it takes to kill a nobody on Dante Must Die mode. Well, okay, I was wondering, well, was it actually dying there, but I couldn't hear the explosion, but it was dying. Yep, those horrible things, go away. And then we have one final nobody up here. Build up some Devil Trigger, because we got a bit low there. And Inferno. We have to wait for it to die anyway, so we might as well stick around and grab its orbs, because see, that door's currently locked. There we go, now it opens. So this room's probably the most dangerous room, because this has plasmas, and the camera is the worst camera. We can't see the enemies, and they're shooting laser beams at us. God. Okay. We did it. We did it. Congratulations. Sometimes they'll die and their orbs will fall in the lava, and then that's just tough luck. You can't grab those orbs without taking damage. That's a bit of a shame. Anyway. Climb up the platforms, and we've got lovely red orb fountain up here. I'll try and vary up my moves on the red orb fountains, or I get a bit bored. Wouldn't it be nice if someone was able to mod in the ability to quick swap your melee weapon during combos, like in the other DMC games? That would be amazing. There was someone working on mods for the PC version of the HD collection, but they're still very early on. And they're working mainly on DMC 3 at the moment. Last I heard they had a very early version of the style switcher mod for DMC 3, but that's all they've done so far, I think. Anyway, that was a bit of a tangent. So I'll probably swap stuff here, yeah. Okay, so you want to swap your loadout right here before you start the next mission, so you don't have to swap your loadout every time you fight Mutas too. Because that's very painful when you have to swap your loadout every time. If you swap it now, then, well, that's pretty ideal. So that was mission 21. We have 2 missions left. There's still quite a bit of video left, because this next mission takes a while. It's a long fight. And yes, it did take me a bunch of tries. Not as many tries as Nalo Angelo, actually, because I think I got a really lucky attempt. And also, I just got better at the fight from when I did the, on YouTube, I put an S rank run of this mission. And just doing that, I learnt a lot more about the fight and how to not be bad at it. So this is a separate playthrough from that other recording. So we get to see a different fight from me. So we start off with Moodus 1 in the rail shooter segment, which I like a lot more than I probably should. I actually really like this segment. I think I just like rail shooters though. It's also just an interesting fight with some cool mechanics happening. In comparison, I don't really like Bayonetta's rail shooting segment all that much because it just goes on too long. I just get bored. But this one's really cool, I think. I like it a lot. So he just covers the screen with projectiles. Basically just fly around and try and avoid stuff when that happens. And I think I went for a double hit there. Oh, I got it. Okay, cool. I got it. Summoning the dragon that's still Devil Trigger in this fight. Oh, and then you can vortex through him. That's great. Yeah, summoning the dragon at certain times when he's doing certain animations will get a double hit, which is pretty key for getting through this pretty quickly. We've already done a ton of damage to him. On to the second pass. I think it will take 3 passes. Sometimes I get him in 2 passes. But usually it takes 3. Kind of depends on what he wants to do. Lightning it goes on for a while actually, this lightning. Alright, he's spamming the screen with projectiles. If you hold the jump button, you fly around quicker. So you can use that to kind of, you can do like strafing runs of him like this, yeah. Move quickly around and then move a bit slower while shooting him. On these even numbered passes though, you're really close to him. Look how close we are. And it's much easier to get hit by one of these projectiles, so I play a little bit safer here than I otherwise would. Because I'm just so close to the projectiles. It's so easy to get hit by them. So I try and move just faster overall. Little strafing runs. We're building up lots of Devil Trigger here, so kind of waiting for a good opportunity to use the dragon, hopefully get a double hit. And you can get a double hit when you do this, I think, but I don't think I got it right. But the vortex finished him off. Vortex does a lot of damage, so that's pretty cool. You vortex by hitting the attack button. The vortex is also a dodge in that fight. And now Moondus 2, my least favourite fight in the game. Yeah, I've decided this is my least favourite fight, because there's so much just bad RNG in this fight. Sometimes you just get screwed over. Griffin 2 is my second least favourite, but this definitely takes the cake. Right, this attack, I do not know how to dodge this attack 100%, apart from Devil Triggering and running. Sometimes you don't have the room to do that, and if you don't, you're just kind of screwed. Sometimes you can just mash the roll button, and sometimes it'll still hit you. So we summoned the dragon already. I didn't need any health, so that was kind of it's a bit of a shame, but it's still nice because he gives you a nice attack opportunity here after the dragon. Yeah, we can get a full meteor and round trip off. Then I use another round trip and taunt. Get back time to trigger. Nice. Alright, he's doing the orb attack. I probably need to get to a safe spot. I'm not going to do it. Okay. I don't know why I didn't go for a safe spot there. I made a mistake. Because you cannot be behind platforms when he's doing that, because the orbs will go through the platforms and the platforms will explode into rubble, which can hurt you. That's where some of the bad RNG comes in this fight, because sometimes you'll be getting ready to reflect that attack, and then a platform will spawn in front of you, like immediately, and you'll have absolutely no chance to dodge it. That's just a really, really unfortunate thing, which sucks, and it feels really bad when it happens. There's that attack. Easy to dodge. Just roll. I'm using like devil-triggered round trips and meteors. It's kind of cool having access to both of those abilities with Sparta. Devil-triggered Sparta's cool. I really wish they let us use it normally. Okay, we've got to a safe spot. And there we go. Reflect the orbs. He doesn't like that. These platforms will also block a lot of your attacks, so you have to make sure you... If there's a low one in front of you, you need to stand near the back of the platform. If there's a high one in front of you, you just can't hit him. You have to run to find a clear spot. Oh. I missed a lot of the shots on those orbs. Yeah, you really have to play safe in this fight, or you're just going to get minced by projectiles. They do so much damage each. So destroy the big orb. The more big orbs you destroy, the fewer shots he pulls in later on. Oh, that was a great line up there. It's nice when you can kill all 6 of those with a shotgun. Alright, he's going to do the orb attack. Only one of them. It's tough to avoid when there's only one, because it comes at you really quickly. But I've done this fight enough that I think I've got the timing down. Yeah, the timing is different depending on how many orbs he's shooting at you. Just to make this fight a bit tougher. Because it needs to be tougher, apparently. Right, when he's doing this attack with the little orbs, you kind of just... I just have to kind of stop whatever I'm doing and just try and take care of them. Because their projectiles go everywhere. The time requirements for this are actually more lenient on Dante Must Die mode than hard and normal. So that's nice. At least they realise how long this fight takes on Dante Must Die. On hard and normal, you can kind of just jump on those platforms, get close to him, attack him while devil triggered and do tons of melee damage, while tanking tons of hits. On Dante Must Die mode though, you can't get away with that. You'll just take so much damage, you'll die. That went at a really weird angle, that attack. I'm not sure why that happened. Anyway, we've done a fair bit of damage to him, so that's nice. And those orbs give you so much devil trigger. Yeah, devil trigger is not really a problem in this fight, you just have so much of it. Oh, that's annoying. See, Dante changed his lock on target and he threw the round trip at the wrong thing. Devil trigger and run, hope we don't get hit by something, very good. Those orbs give you trigger, so why not? Oh, he's doing it again. Isn't he lovely? Alright. I'll get some trigger back before he does this. There we go, lots of trigger. Now hopefully this is a safe spot. These platforms are coming really close. Okay, so you destroyed both of those platforms. It's pretty tough to find an actual good safe spot. Alright, now he's at the meteor spam stage of his life. He reached his teen years and he got really into meteors, so he's going to use that all the time. Yeah, once he gets access to that meteor attack, he does it all the time. He can spam it like 4 times in a row. I've seen him do it, I think 5 in a row maybe? Definitely 4. It's pretty annoying because you cannot do anything else while he's doing that. You have to just keep running to avoid it. Dante, stop targeting the wrong thing. Raining meteors. Oh god. Whew. That overlapped with another attack in a scary way, but thankfully we avoided it. That's kind of the name of the game with Mundus Dante Must Die mode. His attacks overlap in terrifying ways. And you have to just kind of hope it's possible to avoid. Alright, reflected that. That's cool. So something cool I found in this fight, which I don't think is in this video, but when he summons the little dragon that you can kill for health, you can deflect that thing's fireball at it to kill it. But sometimes the fireball will hit Mundus instead, and he'll actually stagger back and make that noise, which is really funny. Now here we go. He's reached his meteor spam thing. And hey, he summoned a dragon. That's handy. Oh, I missed it. Sometimes the meteor, the fireball reflects. Sometimes it'll miss, and sometimes it doesn't. I devil trigger just to try to make sure I kill that thing nice and quickly. Because let me tell you, dying to the dragon that drops health feels really, really bad. It's like one of the worst feeling things in Devil May Cry 1. Jesus, I hate this attack so much. Here comes another one. Yeah, it's 10 meteors on Dante Must Die. When he does a meteor, you have to dodge 10 of them. Alright, then we have this attack. And hey, we did it. Woo! That got pretty hairy towards the end. Yes, I skipped the cutscene. Deal with it. I'm surprised I got an S rank for this one, actually. The clear time is... the guide I was using said the clear time was 8 minutes for DMD mode, and I did nearly 2 minutes over that, but I still got an S rank. I certainly wouldn't have got a good ranking for damage taken, so... I'm surprised I got a good ranking for that one. Yeah, see that? The pause in the video there was me alt-tabbing going, what the hell? How'd I get an S? Yeah, I still don't know. But hey, we did it. We did it. And now we're on to the final mission, which is not very hard at all. It's really relaxing and peaceful after that last mission, actually. So off we go. Lots of running in this mission, just travelling back through the underworld. And we have to fight a couple frosts and some nobodies, so we might as well swap to grenade gun right away. I think I forgot to swap to Ifrit, so I do it there. This is one of the rare cases where there's only one frost at a time. It lost its little friend. And some nobodies. Once again, just grenades, inferno, whatever. Just do one of those. I think I'm trying to get some more red orbs out of them actually by grenade rolling them. So it's annoying waiting for them to die though. There we go. Orbs. Delicious. So onwards to... I think there's another frost in this room. Yeah. One frost here. This is the frost the other one had lost. They had a bit of a disagreement, I think, and they're just in separate rooms for now. They'll talk to each other again later. Well, if we didn't come along, of course. Out of the underworld. Out of the mirror world. The mirror world's really interesting. I'd love to get some more lore about the mirror world in later Devil May Cry games. I think I wanted some more red orbs here, so I fought some puppets. Shotgun, that's always annoying. This room gets a bit dangerous once the other puppets wake up, so I left. And there's usually a shadow in this hallway. I don't know if there can be any other enemies in this mission, but I always seem to find a shadow here, so there's only one, so you can go for a critical hit and then celebrate by running away from it. We want to go down the end of the hallway anyway, so we can kind of take it along with us, which is pretty handy. Yeah, we want to go to this door. That saved us some time. And now we have the Mundus 3 fight. Nowhere near as tough or complicated as Mundus 1 or 2. Kind of just taunt a bunch to get Devil Trigger and then vortex him. And whoop, okay. That attack comes out pretty quickly. I wanted to try and avoid damage from it by vortexing through it. I did it, so that was cool. And sometimes he starts doing an animation. Yeah, this animation right here, he's invincible during it. I'm not sure what animation, I'm not sure what it means or what it is. But he's invincible during it, so... Kind of don't want to waste your Devil Trigger while he's doing it. And then more Vortex. Tons of damage. Vortex really shines in the latter section of this game, doesn't it? Now we have this little thing where we shoot him, we Devil Trigger shoot him, and he did. In the biplane section, the last section of the game. I think I would have got a special bonus here if I knew how to do this section without taking damage. I cannot do that for the life of me. I hit everything. Also, there's like a barrel roll move you can do if you're pressing one direction and then quickly press the other. So I keep doing that accidentally. Like I'm pressing left to dodge something, and then I'm like, oh, I've got to change direction, and then he does a barrel roll. I find that really, God, I hit everything here. I find that I often just barrel roll into dangerous spots by doing that accidentally. That move was probably in the original game, I just don't really remember it. Is it just me, or did you sound a little bit Austin Powersy just then? Baby, yeah! But there you go, that was a lot of fun to record.
Devil never cry. Yes. Okay, great. Where's the place? We'll be right there. This one has the password. Sounds heavy.
Okay, let's get it over with in 10 minutes. Can't let a single one of those suckers live.
5 minutes.
More than enough. I like that cutscene. And there you go. That was Devil May Cry 1. That was my very first time getting all S ranks in Dante Must Die mode. I'm glad I actually did that at some point in my life, because I love this game a lot. I don't know why I didn't go for it originally. I think by the time I did the new game Dante Must Die mode run to my LP, I was like, wow, I'm surprised I even finished that, and I feel like I was done with the game. But this time around I took it a little bit further. There's no achievement, like Steam achievement or anything for getting all S ranks. It's just a nice little thing I wanted to do. There's the King of Hell picture. I've earned it, finally. Yeah, you actually get it on lower difficulties as well. There's me taking Steam screenshots. You actually get that on like normal difficulty as well, so you don't have to do that on Dante Must Die to get the King of Hell picture. There you go, now I've got a Mission 1 Dante Must Die mode save file with all S ranks. Oh, that's very satisfying. Ah, those S's, they look so pretty. Oh, they're so nice. Yeah, there you go, that's Devil May Cry 1 HD. So I'm pretty much done with this game now. I'm gonna play some Devil May Cry 2 because I need Steam achievements, don't judge me. And oh, I've got one more Devil May Cry 1 video to put up, which is a challenge I was given to fight Nello Angelos 3 with Sparta. So I'll be putting that one up pretty soon as well. I don't think I'll do commentary for that one. That's a pretty self-explanatory video, I think. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all another time. See ya!